Okay, so let's wrap this chapter up. And there's also something called, just moved in my chair, exception propagation. So it is possible to pass exceptions with a throw command. For example, if an exception is caught by some catch block, we can execute some code there just to free resources. And for example, a code that would free some resources, and then again throw the same exception to indicate that there was an error. So you would in essence propagate it. We don't really need this to explain it. I can just explain it through pseudocode. It's again really simple. There is nothing really special that you need to do about it. It's just let's go ahead and create a function void blah. The name of the function is blah, and down below, I'm just explaining it in this fashion primarily due to the fact that it's a fairly simple concept to grasp. But again, if you fail, feel free to use the Q&A section. Okay, so try, and we'll have a try block here. So our standard try block, and then some code will go here as before. So we've actually tried it with real code, and it also worked, but I'm just not writing a program that I will execute. Rather, instead, I'm just giving you the form of how it looks like. And down below, it's going to be catch. And at this time, we'll have std, : exception e. And I don't know, there is some sort of a code that would free up resources. So free. So it will free up some resources, and after it has done that, it will again throw that exception. So it will propagate it to indicate that there was an error. In conclusion, basically, exceptions are a very powerful and efficient mechanism of handling errors. It is recommended that you use them each time there is a slight chance that an error occurs. So, this is not something that is mandatory. This is something that is exceptions, that is. This is something that is used on the basis of the developer's estimates, whether it is possible within a certain block of code that an error occurs. As I said, if you're trying to create a remote connection to a database, obviously there are a billion problems that can occur, ranging from connectivity to access rights, and so on and so forth. Again, for example, you can have an application that is supposed to create a document, but it does not have read-write permissions within a certain folder. So that can be a problem. Therefore, you create these exceptions so that you would be warned of both logic errors and others. It is good. I mean, if a program crashes, that's practically great. As I said before, that's a fantastic thing, because it at least crashed. You know that there is a problem. But if it doesn't crash, if it just proceeds on with the execution, and if it does something completely else, and you're convinced that it did what you wanted it to do, then you have a major problem on your hands. Therefore, use it as often as you can. Try and catch blocks. It will help you with the debugging. It will help you understand where your error is, what could be the problem, and it will greatly increase the speed at which you can actually fix and resolve any issues. I know that it doesn't seem like a major thing here when you have only like 10-20 lines of code, but when you have 5 million lines of code, believe me, it is a major thing then. You need to track down all sorts and kinds of errors, and it's not easy without the help of the computer and without the help of your own code, which is basically try and catch blocks. So with that, I bid you farewell, wish you a ton load of luck, and hope to see you in the follow-up tutorial.